Hello, welcome back in the series of lectures on organic chemistry. Today we are to start with a new topic, and the name of the topic is natural products. So, we are going to deal with chemistry of some natural products. This is the introductory lecture, and we will see some fundamentals in this lecture. The syllabus assigned this is unit number 4 in the syllabus. Title is natural products. Allotted lectures are 8. This includes two parts. One is terpenoids, that is chemistry of terpenoids. In terpenoids we are going to learn introduction, occurrence, isolation, general characteristics, classification. In the next part, general methods for structure determination. Then what is isoprene rule, what are the analytical evidences and synthesis of citral. So, this is related to terpenoids. Then second part of the topic is related to alkaloids. In alkaloids we are going to learn introduction, occurrence, isolation, classification, properties, general methods for structure determination and analytical evidences and synthesis of nicotine. So, let us begin with the introductory part of natural products and then terpenoids. A natural product, you should begin with the questions. So, what is natural product? What are natural products? A natural product is a chemical compound or substance produced by living organisms. Okay, a natural product is natural. It is the product or compound, or it is a substance produced by a living organism, and that is, it is found in nature. In the broadest sense, natural products include any substance produced by life, that is living organisms. For an organic chemist, a natural product is produced by a living organism. This definition encompasses several compounds such as carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, nucleic acids, etc. A large number of groups are included in this class. All of these play an important role and primary role in the metabolic reactions. There are some complex organic compounds produced naturally which are not primary metabolites. Some are primary metabolites, some are not primary metabolites. Organic chemists always have been fascinated by the great diversity of these substances, and particularly those that can be isolated from plants and are of or produced by microorganisms. So, these are either produced by plants or microorganisms. Compounds like the alkaloids and mold metabolites do not seem to have any obvious metabolic or evolutionary functions. But some compounds are formed as a result of metabolic accident or are byproducts of the synthesis. In spite of their utility to the parent organism, their value to human being as drugs, herbs, flavorings, poisons, dyes, etc. Is very important, is undisputed. So, natural products are naturally synthesized, and these are practically very important in our day to day life. So, let us begin with the chemistry of terpenoids, the first part of the topic. Now, the basic question is, what are terpenes? Terpenes are, or terpenoids and terpenes, these are collectively to be studied collectively. Terpenes are organic compound consisting of an isoprene unit. This is a MCQ question. What are terpenes? Terpenes are organic compound consisting of isoprene unit, and isoprene is a 5-carbon building block. So, you will see the general structure. So, carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5th carbon. In this structure also the same, in a different structural aspect it is shown. So, you have a methyl group and 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are there. So, isoprene is a 5-carbon building block, 5-carbon system. The monoterpene A monoterpene is a cyclic molecule composed of two isoprene units. So, we are going to see the classification. Then what are terpenoids? Terpenes, we have seen terpenes are made up of a 5 carbon building block which is called as isoprene. Terpenoids are a class of secondary metabolites derived from terpenes with multiple cyclic groups and oxygen. So, terpenes are 5-membered compounds having 5-membered building block which is isoprene, and terpenoids are the kind of derivatives. So, this is the actually it is butadiene derivative. It is 2-methyl-butadiene, and it is the building block. So, MCQ will be like this. So, terpenes are a class of, another definition, terpenes are a class of natural products consisting of compounds with formula C5H8 N times. C5H8 N times is the polymer of isoprene. C5H8 is isoprene comprising more than 30,000 compounds. So, it is a group of large number of compounds. These unsaturated hydrocarbons are produced predominantly by plants, particularly conifers. So, coniferous plants synthesize these compounds. Terpenes are simple hydrocarbons, while terpenoids are modified class of terpenes. As I mentioned earlier, terpenes contain only isoprene in it and terpenoids are the derivatives. So, terpenes are simple hydrocarbons while terpenoids are modified class of terpenes with different functional groups and oxidized methyl group moved or removed at various positions. So, these are oxygenated forms and oxygen can be in different functional forms. Terpenes and its derivatives are used as antimalarial drugs such as artemisinin and related compounds. Of course, several applications are there. It is one of the examples. Okay. Terpenes are abundant in the oils of plants and flowers. Occurrence we are dealing with. Terpenes are abundant in the oils of plants and flowers, and they have distinctive odors, flavors and colors. General property. They are responsible for the odor of pine trees and for colors of carrots and tomatoes. Beta carotene found in carrots and vitamin A are both terpenes. So, these are the general examples. Then how these are isolated? The traditional methods of terpene extraction isolation is steam distillation, that is steam distilling, or hydrodistillation. Steam distillation or steam distilling involves suspending a basket or a container of herb above a vessel of boiling water. The steam passes through the perforated basket and penetrates the plant material. So, steam is generated, the material is kept in a container separately attached to the steam generator, and it vaporizes the terpene which is collected separately. Hydrodistillation is actually steam distillation. In hydrodistillation or steam distillation, it is often used to extract aromatic compounds because of their volatile nature. So, these are volatile and can be vaporized easily with the steam. Hydrodistillation uses steam and passes it through the plant containing the desired terpenes. Okay. The pressure of the steam can be adjusted depending on the sensitivity of the terpenes. So, these are technical matters and monitored carefully. After the steam passes through the plant, that is taking the terpenes in it, the steam is then condensed, creating a water and terpene distillation mixture. The terpenes and the water are then separated, leaving just the terpene distillate. So, separation is achieved. Second method is solvent extraction. Solvent extraction is done by submerging plant material in a solvent. Typically, the solvent methanol, hexane or ethanol are used. As the plant material sits in the solvent, it dissolves in the solvent, the terpenes are extracted. After soaking for some time, typically half a day or 2 days, the plant material is removed and the solvent is evaporated, leaving behind the isolated terpenes. So, you can go through these two general methods. Then how these are classified, we will see. Terpenes are classified by considering the number of building blocks. Terpenes are classified by considering the number of 5 carbon units they contain. 5 carbon unit is isoprene unit. When 10 carbons are there, 10 carbon terpenes, means they have 2 isoprene units which contain 2 C5 units are called as monoterpenes. Again you convert this information into MCQ type questions. So, monoterpenoids or monoterpenes contain 2 isoprene units or 10 carbons. 15 carbon terpenes contains they contain 3 isoprene units are called as sesquiterpenoids or sesquiterpenes. 20 carbon terpenes, that means 5 isoprene units are diterpenes. Larger terpenes include triterpenes, that is 30 carbons, tetraterpenes and polyterpenoids, etc. So, this is a general method of classification. Then the 5 carbon unit that constitute the basic building block of isoprenoids is a hydrocarbon called isoprene. This we have seen. So, these are the 2 isoprene units, and these isoprene units get attached to each other to form higher terpenoid. Okay. Isoprene is a 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene. It is 2-methyl. This is first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon. So, 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene. 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene. It is the its nomenclature. So, the general structure is shown. In terpenoids, in the beginning we have seen, in terpenes they contain isoprene. In terpenoids there are different oxygen forms, that is different functional groups with oxygen. Then the nature of oxygen present can be investigated by different methods. If oxygen is present in terpenoids, its functional nature is generally alcohol, aldehyde, ketone or carboxylic acid. Primary alcoholic group undergoes esterification more readily than secondary and tertiary alcohols. So, if it is alcoholic group, then it can be converted into ester, and if it is primary alcohol, then esterification takes place easily than secondary or tertiary alcohols. If the group present is in carbonyl form, carbonyl group is there, then terpenoids containing carbonyl functional form, crystalline addition products are obtained. These are like oxime, phenylhydrazone, bisulfite, etc. Means reaction of aldehydic group or ketonic group with hydroxylamine gives oximes. Phenylhydrazine reacts with the carbonyl group of the and results in the formation of phenylhydrazone. Aldehydes react with sodium bisulfite, that is sodium hydrogen sulfide, to give addition products. So, these are the general ideas which are related to nature of oxygen. Okay. Then in this unit you are expected to define and explain 2 rules. One is called as isoprene rule, other is called as special isoprene rule. So, what is isoprene rule? Isoprene rule states that the terpenoid molecules are constructed from 2 or more isoprene units. This is the basic concept, and it is called as isoprene rule. So, according to isoprene rule, terpenoids are made up of 2 or more isoprene units. This is the isoprene unit. So, you can give this definition and give some example to explain the same. Then second rule is there, which is called as special isoprene rule. Special isoprene rule states that the terpenoid molecules are constructed of 2 or more isoprene units joined to each other by head to tail fashion. The first rule is related to structural aspect, that is building block is isoprene. The second rule explains the connectivity style, connectivity methodology. So, this is your basic unit, that is isoprene. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are there, it is butadiene. At second position you have methyl group. So, 1,3-butadiene, its methyl derivative. So, 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene. Okay. So, in this structure there is one head, this portion is called as head and this portion is called as tail. So, 2 molecules are bonded together from head to tail position, head, tail, then tail is connected to again next head position. Okay. So, systematically you can write these structures. So, special isoprene rule states that the terpenoid molecules are constructed of 2 or more isoprene units joined to each other by head to tail fashion. Okay. So, this is the arrangement 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4 again. So, this arrangement gives you a polymer of isoprene, it is in the form of terpenoid. So, with this brief introduction, we are going to stop here. From next lecture we will see the next details. This is the again another example where the connectivity is observed. So, we will stop here at this stage. So, just remember the concept of isoprene. What are terpenes, what are terpenoids, what is the building block, what is the general actually isoprene rule, what is special isoprene rule. This much information is basically important for learning higher terpenes. So, let us stop here. Thank you.